Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and today in this English class, we are going to talk about wishes and dreams. So, what are the things that you have wished for many years that maybe you would like um, to have? Or do you have dreams? Are you a dreamer? Do you have pipe dreams? So what we're going to do is going to go over some idioms that you may uh, that you may or may not know, and then we will also um, go over some um, what do you call them? So some conversation questions to discuss wishes and dreams. So that is the topic for today. So I look forward to working with you. Let me show you this information, okay? One moment. So again, my name is Holly, and I will be working with you to develop your fluency. This is a fluency class. So if you want to practice speaking and developing your fluency, this would be the class for you. So do you like to speak English, or do you like to study English? So I am here to help you do either. So let me show you this exercise. Wishes and dreams. Hi,
Hello,
David.
Holly.
Hi.
Hi.
I wondered if you had a problem with your computer during the last class.
Yes, I want to ask you for apologize.
Oh,
I
okay.
had issues with my connection,
Uh-huh.
so I'm sorry.
No, no,
Yes,
no, well, I kind of wondered. I thought he's not able to speak because you know how that sometimes happens to all of us, where all of a sudden you think you're listening, and all of a sudden you can't hear anything anymore, or you're
yes.
speaking, and all of a sudden no one can hear you. So,
hmm
so,
Yes, the screen is frozen also.
uh-huh, yeah, and I can usually can tell that that's going to happen to me because I go to write on the Verbling chat, and only one letter will come on. So. Yeah, and I'm like, oh no. And I've had one time where I was able to tell the students ahead of time, I think that this is going to happen. And thankfully, it didn't happen till the end of the lesson, but um, because you never know when it will happen. So,
Yes, I know.
yeah. So, yeah. So, how is I didn't get a chance in the last class to ask you, how's your weekend gone so far?
Oh, thank you for that, Holly. Well, my weekend is quite busy because tomorrow my sister has her quinceañera party. It's like
Oh,
Sweet 16 in
uh-huh.
USA.
Yeah,
Yes,
is it when they turn 15?
yeah, 15, right?
Uh-huh. What's it called in Spanish?
Yes, you can say quinceañera.
Quinceanera.
I
Quinceanera.
am going to type in the Google or in the Berlin. What do you prefer?
Verbally is the one I use mostly.
Oh,
I'll use Google if people tell me that they can't access the verbal one, the verbaling chat. But
okay. Oh,
um,
Google Berlin doesn't work. I'm going
okay,
to put in Google.
Google.
In
Okay,
Google,
that's when I'll start
yes.
using. That's when I'll use Google is if the verbaling doesn't work for the students. Yeah. So yeah, I've heard about it. There was a TV show that I saw, and where they had adopted a girl that was from Mexico, and so when she turned 15, she had this quinceanera. But
Quinceañera, right.
is that how is that how you pronounce it? Pronounce it right.
And the last part, you have to put a lot of the it's because in English you don't have the ñ. It's
Yeah, that's
like
probably
the
quince and
n, but with something above, with a
uh-huh.
stick above. It's
Uh-huh. Yeah,
ñera,
yeah.
ñera.
Quinceanera. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Right.
yeah. So but my sister, she adopted the kids that she adopted are Mexican American,
Yes.
and
Oh,
so
it's,
my sister has wondered whether she should have one of these for her daughter. Um, you know,
mm-hmm.
uh, but just to honor the ethnic group that she is from and so forth. So it'll be
Yes.
interesting to see if they actually do that when she's 15. So, but,
Yes.
but it doesn't technically mean that she's a woman from that time on, or what does it really mean?
Yes, yes, it's basically, well, from the culture, I think it's more than to pass from the time be a teenager to be a woman, you know,
Okay. Uh-huh.
the
Yeah. And
same
and
change.
so it's the same is it the same kind of idea as the Jews have with the bar mitzvahs, where they have a bar mitzvah at 13, and the boys become at that time the boys become men.
Well, I think I don't know too much, but I think the other Jewish accept the boy like an adult, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. That's my understanding, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know very much about either. So,
No, I don't know because I am Christian.
uh-huh.
Christian?
Yeah, it's interesting because one of my first cousins, who was the closest in my age, and when we would have family gatherings, she was the person my sister and I would play with. Um,
Hmm.
she ended up marrying a Jewish man, and she converted, and so on Facebook, even though I have not really seen her since we were kids, it's really interesting to watch because she has two boys, and one of them just turned is 13 and just had his bar mitzvah. And
Yes.
it's interesting watching the pictures that they post and the things that she posts because I'm interested in in that, but I know very little about it. So,
Yes, it's the same
so
for me. I just know about costumes about the Christians and the other
uh-huh.
religion. I don't know nothing
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I'm always very fascinated with all the different ones. No, but this quinceañera? Yeah, I can't say it. Is this party for the 15-year-old girls? Is it mostly with the Catholics? Is it or
No, no.
do
It's
does
not.
every it's not a church thing?
It's not a church thing like you said. It's just about. It's well. Most of the girls consider this party like an important date in her
Mhm.
lives because all the other girls make parties and they want to have a bigger party than the other friends.
Oh, okay. So
So
they try to one up each other. Do
it's
you know
like a
that word? To one
rivalry.
up. Ah, okay. That's really fascinating. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell my sister that we need to research it more, because she had mentioned to uh, to someone about that she might want to do this for her daughter, and the person said, "Oh, that's only for Catholics." So, but maybe with the Mexicans it is. I don't know. Is it through all? Is this a party for in all the cultures in Latin America, or just
Mm,
some of
well,
them?
I have like in MTV the channel.
Uh-huh.
Most of the quinceañera parties was Mexican. There was in Colombia, but I think perhaps in all the Spanish South American countries like Argentina, Chile,
Uh-huh.
Peru. I think Peru, Ecuador, uh,
Uh-huh.
countries that are very close to Colombia.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know about Brazil because they speak Portuguese.
And I mean, I just recently learned that Brazil is actually very similar to the States in that they have many immigrants.
Oh yes, from Portugal
Yeah, well, from
and
all over Europe.
Europe,
Yeah, and they,
Europe.
they even they even have the black slaves.
Oh yes,
You
the black
know,
slaves come from Africa, the same
yeah.
as United States.
And I wasn't aware of that at all. So it was very fun to talk to this Brazilian student and learn all about that part. Now in Colombia, do you have a lot of immigrants that are now full Colombians, or is it different?
Well, it's kind of funny because I have the opportunity to see a teacher that well teaches in Berlin, and
Hmm.
he also teaches in the university that I attend in Bogota.
Oh, okay. So now teaches or taught?
Yes, he no he's teaching in both. He's
Oh,
living
okay.
in Bogota. He's living in Bogota, and
Uh-huh.
he's from States. And yeah, I have seen a lot of Americans here,
Uh-huh.
not
Okay.
like immigrants, just tourists.
Uh-huh.
But I think most of the immigrants were from, well, some part of Spain that is mostly, and a lot of maybe there is a part that is in the S that are just for people who come from Africa, Afro-Colombian people.
Okay. Okay, so there are, but there aren't. You don't have a rich heritage of people from all different
No,
countries.
just Spain, last names like Rodriguez or,
Mhm.
last names that are very common in Spain.
Okay, and then you'll have that. Other than that, there is no. Okay, because that's the one thing I learned about Brazil that I mean I knew that, for example, I knew Argentina had a lot of Germans, for example, after World War II, but I wasn't aware of Brazil's history, and so. But then Colombia is just amazing to me. The 4 days I was there, it's like
Mhm.
wow.
Yes,
So
I would like to know, did you stay in what part? Downtown? Do you remember
I
or
no, I don't remember because
uh,
it was August of 2009, and what happened was, I moved back to the States the first part of August, and right after I got here, my I was working for a company out of Germany actually,
mhm.
and they contacted one of our clients who was a company out of Canada contacted us and asked us if we would go down and help them give a presentation to the Ministry of Education down there.
All
And
right. Okay.
so I just made a reservation at the same hotel they were staying at, which is I think it was the Hilton, but
Ah,
it was a very nice one.
uh-huh.
And I arrived at like a day before everybody else did, and or well, there's a lady, well, one of their partners from Argentina took the bus up or flew up. I think she took the bus up, and then they had a lady from Colombia come drive over to Bogota. She picked us up and showed us around the city, and but she didn't know Bogota very well, so that was pretty fun because we got lost a couple times, and then
Yes, I know.
yeah, then the next day we had the meeting with the
Minister?
education minister. Yeah,
Okay.
or one of the probably I don't think the main one. It was probably the I think it was
The
a
vice?
junior, probably the vice.
The vice. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even remember because right after that we did a pilot, and what we were suggesting is to train teachers using a virtual classroom like this. So English training this way, the way you and I are doing in Verbling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was in 2009, and we did a pilot. We had two classes, and they were teachers from around Colombia that joined in, and it was a very very successful pilot. But the government changed,
Yes. The
and therefore
president, there was a new president.
yeah, it was a new everybody, the entire Ministry of Education. So
Change.
so 6 months after the project, the partner in Canada told us that it would not happen because of all the changes. So,
Yes, I
and the
know.
way the
It's
way
a
the
shame.
culture is. Yeah,
It's a
it
shame,
was.
really.
Yeah, it was too bad because the plan was for the teachers to learn more about this type of education, this type of training, and also learn English. So, um, and then we did something very similar as well in China with that same client. But then that client was also the client in Canada was bought out by a company in the States. So then our partnership stopped. So
Yes, I
it
know.
was very
Sometimes
interesting.
happen.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, but yes, most of the visit here was business, not for enjoy or for
Exactly.
for tourists, just business and
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah,
working.
it was mostly business. We did a little bit of sightseeing, but I did not know much at all. I did not know where I was. I
Mm.
didn't really prepare myself for the trip because it was such a quick and like maybe they called on Thursday and I left on Sunday or something
Yes,
like that. It was 2-3 days
was a
and
short visit.
yeah. Yeah, it was a short visit, but it was also a short from the time they asked me to go and the time I went. So I was not I did not do any preparing as to what I could see in Bogota.
Right, like a guide plan,
Yeah, I didn't.
like yes,
Yeah,
something like
so that was the one thing that was too bad about that. So, all right. Oh, it looks like you might be the only person today. So
yes,
this,
yes. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's Christmas.
yeah.
I
Well,
have seen that
it,
the classes are more empty than normal, no?
well, I've actually noticed that they're at least they're fuller in the respect that there's more reservations. Like most of my classes, I have 9 people
Yes,
reserve,
I know.
but but 4 or 5 show up. So um, this class only had 3 people, but I think it's because of the time, because it's 2 a.m. in Europe, and so and then in Asia, what time is it now in Asia? It's
Early
6.
morning.
Yeah, it's
AM.
early morning in Asia, so many of them would not be awake on a weekend.
Yes, because it's Sunday also.
Yeah, and a weekend, and then in South America, then a lot of people are, having it, enjoying their evening. So this is a really slow time, and I think there was one time that I taught it either this time it's 6 o'clock for me and 6 or 7 o'clock that no one showed up. No
No
one
one
came.
in the
Yeah,
whole hour?
yeah, the whole hour. Well, I went through the exercise for the recording, but I only stayed about I think 30 minutes and then I stopped.
Yes, I know.
So so but yeah, so that's was interesting. But in this at this time this hour like during the week I think it's fine. I haven't really taught this hour much during the week though. So but I think there's more people, but less people take this time. Um, I think in the
Yes.
weekends.
Yes, in the week is more complete. The class is like at least 3 or 4 people.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Mhm.
And one thing that I've noticed is there are certain groups of people that take classes on the weekends, and then certain people
Ah,
that take classes on the weekdays, and you pretty much do every day.
more,
Uh,
yes. I
Yeah,
try to take classes every day. Yes.
yeah. For example, there's one guy from Taiwan. He seems to be in my classes on the weekends only. So, but
Oh,
but there's then the guy from Japan always comes in. Um, I,
Aka?
yeah, he always comes in.
Yes.
You and him are really consistent. You come in at least once a day.
Yes,
So
at least once a day. Yes, is the
yeah,
goal. Is the
yeah, exactly. And it's I think it's good for you guys if you go to 3 or 4 different classes with 3 or 4 different teachers, because we have different accents, we have different emphases and different ways
Mhm.
that we teach. You know, some for me, I go for fluency and using the language. Another teacher might look at accuracy and how
The,
accurate you are in the grammar,
the
or
grammar.
another teacher might uh, uh, zero in on pronunciation, um,
Yes.
and is very pronunciation heavy. So each of us have different a different emphases in the way we conduct our classes. So I think it's great that you guys have the opportunity to go to all our classes. So have you noticed that we all are very different?
Well, I think yes, like you just said, all the teachers is a different world for me.
Uh
It's a
huh.
different. Everyone is a different world
Uh huh.
because there are teachers that make more emphasis in, like you said, in trying to give more space to the students to improve
Mhm.
their speaking.
Mhm.
Others correct. They make more emphasis, or if the feedback is more for grammar, pronunciation, and for reading.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
yes, I actually I didn't I don't take many writing class
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't like to write so much like speaking.
Yeah. I don't I need to watch how they're teaching writing online. I have a specific way, but for me, teaching writing in a class where you don't know who's going to come doesn't make a lot of sense because you don't know what the skill level is going to be.
Yes, it's the thing with the writing is that the level is more important than in speaking,
Mhm.
because I think the classes that I have taken about writing
Mhm.
is about very simple question,
Mhm.
and all the levels can jump in and
Mhm.
practice, but it's like maybe the students that are advanced are wasting at the time because the topic is easier for them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And like I used to teach writing workshops. And I could definitely do that if I knew exactly who was coming, and if I was able to give them homework and they could email me with that kind of thing. Where, for example, the way I like to teach writing is to have everybody email me their assignment, and then I copy and paste it onto a Word document, and then we do the track changes, and together as a class, we correct the grammar and correct
Mhm.
their writing and the tense. And that way, the class can look at a lot of times, especially if everybody's the same language, or if there's common issues that everybody has in writing, then you can consistently see it. And one thing I used to do is I would have everybody write like an introduction on a paper, and they would introduce themselves through their writing, and they would show their writing, and then I would not give any feedback. And then after the 2-day seminar, we would go back to the original writing, and everybody would correct their own. It's really fun, but
Yes.
you have to know it's the type of class where you have to know who's going to be there and that kind of stuff ahead of time. So
Hmm. Right.
that's why I've never offered any writing classes on Verbling, because of just the nature of everything. So
Hmm.
yeah, but it is an important skill, very important. So
Yes, I know. In the test is important. The
the
equivalent
IELTS.
in the
Mhm.
equivalent of the percentage of the value, the total value is like 25% of the
Mhm.
test.
Are you taking the
Quarter.
Are you taking the bullets test?
I have take the TOEFL IBT that you take on the computer,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and some people from United States did the exam for us.
Mhm.
Yes, it's quite difficult. The reading, the
Mhm.
writing not so much, but the comprehension, the reading because the test, the reading is too emphasizing scientific things, and the vocabulary is pretty difficult, and the questions are very difficult, and the answers are very similar.
Mhm.
So is every answer could be the correct. So
Mhm. Yeah.
it's quite difficult.
Okay. And remember, with the word answer, the W is silent.
Answer. Okay, answer.
Answer. Yeah. And we
Answer.
have somebody that just joined us. Hi, Ali. I don't know how long you've been here. So,
Hello, no, I just joined.
okay, excellent. And where are you from, Ali?
I'm from Egypt.
Egypt. And are you in
Yeah,
Egypt right now?
yeah. I live in Cairo.
So is it like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m.?
Yeah, it's very early. I know.
Did you just wake up or have you not gone to bed yet?
No, I just wake up.
Okay. Well, good morning. So,
Not good morning. As it's 3 a.m.
okay. So did you wake up and go, I can't go back to sleep. I guess I'll join Aunt Verbling.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, this class is on dreams, so maybe we can talk about dreaming, and then you'll wake up. You'll wake up after you go back to sleep, and tomorrow morning you'll think, hmm,
yeah,
did I join a Verbling class last night? So, welcome. Um, so, David, our goal is to put Ali to sleep so he can go back to sleep, right? Or Ali, or do you need to be awake?
No, yeah, I need to be awake, not
Okay,
to
so
sleep.
we need to wake you up. Okay. So, Ali, this is David. He's from Colombia, and in Colombia where it's 8:30 p.m. on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. And
Yes, he's in the future.
yeah, he's in the future. He's on Sunday. And
Mhm.
for me, my name's Holly, and I'm in Idaho in the U.S. where it's 6:30 p.m.
Mhm.
So it's Friday evening for us.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
so
Hello, boss.
yeah. So how so is in Egypt is the weekends Saturday and Sunday, or is it Friday and Saturday?
No, it's Friday and Saturday,
Okay.
and and Sunday is working day.
Mhm.
So I think that I have only 3 hours to go to my work.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. And what do you do?
I work as a, telecom engineer.
Mhm. Okay. Awesome. And so awesome. Well. Our topic is wishes and dreams, and David and I have just. I think we totally got off the topic, and we were talking about talking about language learning and his weekend and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's look at these pictures right here. Um, and do either one of you know if you look at this picture and you look at this one right here? What is happening in this picture? David, do you know what's happening in this picture?
Uh, I think they are playing a kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
That is that you stretch or pull a stick, and if you get a bigger stick, you win.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And is that from a turkey or a chicken, or does it matter?
Sorry?
Is it a turkey or from a turkey or a chicken or
I don't understand. Turkey?
yeah, which animal is that from? It's called a wishbone, but is it from a turkey or a chicken?
It's a bone. I was thinking that was a stick. Oh, I think
No.
it's a chicken.
Chicken, okay, chicken bone. So, and we call it in English, we actually call it a wishbone, which is why it is here. And at least in my culture, the person who gets a longer part of the bone
Hmm.
will get their wish granted, theoretically. So,
Yes.
so, all right. Um, in this picture right here, with the little baby, Ollie, what do you
Yeah,
think? What do you think? What do you think? Maybe the baby is dreaming about. Any idea?
I don't know, but actually, I don't think the baby is not have a dreams
Mhm.
because because they have I don't know, but actually, the baby is like the dreams is like a hidden life or life can't live with it, and we can wish that the change live in my dream.
Mhm.
And the babies have there's I don't know, but I think that the baby will not have a dreams.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I've never even thought about it. Do babies? I'm gonna. I'm just. Do babies dream? I just went to a website. According to this
Yeah.
right here, this is interesting. Um, Babies spend about 50% of sleep time in the active or REM sleep, the stage characterized by vivid dreams, compared with 25% for adults. So it is possible that infants have more or longer nighttime adventures than their parents do. So I wonder what they dream about. Because we dream about our lives. So
Maybe
I
they
don't
dream
know.
that they are dreaming.
yeah. Interesting. I mean, I had never thought about it until you mentioned it, Ali, that babies probably don't dream. And so, of course, nowadays in our lives, because of Google, you ask a question, you can get the answers. So,
Maybe they have dreams when they were inside the stomach of her mommy
uh-huh.
about the experience. I think it's experience 9 months there.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe it would be interesting to find out. It's one of those answers we'll never really know, and
Mhm.
maybe after we die, we will learn depending on what life is like after death. So all right, the next one. What's going on here? What does this have to do? How are these wishes and dreams? What do you think, David?
Yes, the guy is climbing a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get a goal, so I think his wish is getting on the top of the mountain.
Okay, so his dream is to get on top of the mountain. Okay. Now, one thing. Let's go over the word this word climb. You did very well when you said climbing. The B is always silent, but the first one it's not clean, it's climb. So
Oh,
it's one of those words that doesn't follow the pronunciation rules as far as spelling. So climbing.
okay, right. Climbing. The B is silent. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Climbing. Hmm.
exactly. Okay, and
Climbing.
Ollie, what do you think is happening here? Why is how are these wishes and dreams?
I
What do you
think
think?
that yeah, and everyone has a dream to be a godfather and to build a family.
Mm-hmm.
In a great place or and everybody love each other
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
without any difficulties or without any problems
Mm-hmm.
that maybe come up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this is. I think every country has their own ideal dream. You know, and this is not the American dream because the American dream would have, you know, two children and then a white picket fence around it. Um,
yeah.
but what about? It's interesting to find out from you guys. Um, what is so the American dream is the white picket fence, right? A house with a white picket fence. But what is for example, David, what is the Colombian dream? What is it that everybody dreams of having when they grow up?
Yes. Well, depends of the person, no, Holly.
Uh-huh.
Is very painful. So I think everyone wish to have a good life with good money. I think so, with a nice job,
Uh-huh.
a beautiful car, a beautiful wife or husband,
Mhm.
some some kids, not too much,
Mhm.
and yes, I think it's the general wish.
Okay. Yeah. Is it the same in Egypt? I mean, is there
No, I
what
think
is
that
what is the Egyptian dream?
it's very difficult. Uh, but the Egyptian dream is not ideal. The Egyptian
Mhm.
dream, I think that for not all of people, most of them, but most of them, they need to or they wish to travel
Mhm.
abroad
Mhm.
and success outside Egypt
Okay.
because they think about they no hope for living in Egypt.
Okay. So,
Uh, yeah. It very unoptimistic, but I don't know. But yeah. Everyone has a wish to a good life,
mhm.
Colombian or what you said, David. But
Mhm.
when you first problem face it,
Mhm.
you change your life.
Uh-huh. You change your dream.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
change your entry life.
Uh-huh.
You can think negative and
Mhm.
everything, not not trying to solve this problem or waiting any any feedback or any
Mhm.
solving to solve this problem. I don't know. They get a negative impact.
Mhm. Yeah, so not waiting for any feedback or anything like that. So do you say that at least right now the average young Egyptian wants to live abroad, and at least for a
Yeah,
time, they want to
yeah.
go. Is that because of the revolution, or was it even before that?
I think that before the revolution
Uh-huh.
and after the revolution, they get raised.
Mhm.
They get more hope
Yeah.
to get outside.
Mhm. So they're more determined. Um,
Yeah.
they're more determined to. Um,
But at least at the time at the revolution, they changed our thoughts, and then after a while, after revolution, they yeah they they know hope. They know that they know there is no hope to change the rules or change
mhm.
I don't know, change the all system.
Mhm.
That's
So it's
it.
They realize that there's no hope in changing the way what they were hoping to change, and so even going abroad is more important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because there is a lot of problem and a lot of thoughts need be to change.
hmm I read an article, and I posted it on Facebook, but I don't know if I can find it 2 or 3 months ago. How basically it was suggesting that all young people go abroad, like all American young people, when they're in their 20s and they're looking for a job, they should always go abroad. And I can't remember the reason why, but I think it might. Say for example, what do you guys think? If every young person in the world, at least in the first and second world countries, um, you know, had the opportunity and took the opportunity to go abroad, do you think our world would change the way things are done in the future if everybody was able to get an international way of seeing things?
For me, I think so because
Yeah,
everyone think about we are a different, but
yeah.
when dealt with each other,
hmm
yeah, we looks the same, but
Yeah.
yeah, the face are changed, uh, we all of them or all of us think
hmm
the same.
Yeah. So what do you think, David? Do you think that our world would be really different if all the young people were required to go to another country to learn a different way of life and a different way of thinking? Do you think it would change our world?
Well, it's a tough question, actually, no. The question is if the young people would require in another countries for learning new language.
Learning
Or
learning new language, learning a new culture. Because say if you go to another country for 3 or 4 months or even longer, it changes you because
okay,
because
okay, I get it.
you start seeing things just slightly different than you always saw it.
Yes, well, I have never had the opportunity to travel abroad,
Uh-huh.
so it's difficult for me understanding how the people change their minds when they see other cultures, other people, when they know other place.
Mhm.
But I had some friends that they had went to, for example, London or Australia
Mhm.
for learning or for improve their
English?
English,
Uh-huh.
and well, they come back because they are very young and they live with their parents. But I don't think they change too much their minds. Maybe expand maybe his thinking
Mhm.
of over the world because the world is so big that
Mhm.
you will never see so many things that there are in other countries. No.
Yeah. I mean, I know I just know from personal experience that the girl who left in when she was 24 to Korea is not was
The
not the
same.
same person a year later. So so
Yes.
just because it was just so different, and my political beliefs are very different than they would have been if I would have stayed in the U.S. all my life. I, so I probably would have liked George Bush, maybe. So, so, so um, but anyway, I just kind of think that foreign exchange is very important. So for everybody, but let's go on. Okay. We've already actually talked about wishes. So Ollie, what are 3 wishes you have for your life?
Yeah, the first one, I think that I don't know, but it's like when children grow up, or maybe the uh, see the life better than me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah.
one of your wishes. How old are your children?
So one of them 5 years and the other is like 2 years.
Okay, so 2 and 5, and
Yeah.
one of your wishes is that when they grow up, they will see life differently in a better way than that you see your.
In better way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't say
Don't
different, but better. Yeah, yeah.
and yeah.
I
Go
think
go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that's I think a wish that every parent has. So.
Yeah. And the other wish, I think that uh, I need to speak English like a native, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like you,
Mm-hmm.
without
Yeah.
think about the word. I take a longer time think about words
Mm-hmm.
or how can use phrases. It's like, yeah, because it's not my own language or not my native language. I
Mm-hmm.
have to think, yeah, but I need to, yeah, it's like improve my language, improve my. That's it, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So, English fluency.
Yeah.
And okay. And what about so one thing it's interesting. I don't know if you guys know Julio from Mexico. He asked me a question yesterday. Were you in the class, David, when he asked me this?
No, I don't think so, Holly.
So okay, so he asked me a question. He said, Holly, oh, do you think it's possible for a person to become fluent in English, like me, without actually leaving the country? And so you saying that's one of your wishes, I want to encourage you that because of this kind of classes with Verbling, and the fact that you have 24 hours access to native speakers, I think that you have a much better chance of becoming fluent in English without leaving the U.S. Without leaving your country than you ever have in the past. Um, but that was a question that he asked: is it, do you need to go abroad to become fluent? And my personal opinion, you don't need to go abroad to become fluent anymore. So you both are well on your way for fluency. So
I hope.
yeah, I hope so too. I think it's great, and just having the opportunity to speak is great. All right, David, could you tell us what are 2 or 3 wishes you have for your life?
Yes, Holly. I think one of them is, well, it's like a general one, but I want to be successful. I want to be the best person the best person as I could. I would like to be the greatest person that I can be able to
Mm-hmm.
do. I mean, feel proud of me, and my family feel proud of me
Mm-hmm.
also.
Mm-hmm.
Be successful in personal life, love, love,
Mm-hmm.
social life, business life,
Mm-hmm.
and religion. That is important for me also.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Excellent. Awesome. And so your main wish is just to be successful in what you find to be valuable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
excellent,
for sure.
excellent. All right, yeah, and that's kind of my wish is that I would do what I need to do to be on this earth, why I came here, why I'm on this earth. So
Okay, your purpose.
my purpose, yeah,
Yes,
and
like,
um,
okay, yes.
that's I think a wish that all of us have as well. So we would live a life with purpose. I'm gonna write that down. So,
Okay, right. I like it.
a life with purpose. So, all right. Okay, so Ali, what wishes do
Yeah.
you have for your country? What do you wish for your country?
I wish um, to be a successful country,
Mm-hmm.
to be one of biggest country, not
Mm-hmm.
on the area, but on the
Economy.
in the economy and the position
Mm-hmm.
in every.
And
It's like a
yeah,
general one.
like a political power like Germany is, for example.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's one of biggest country
Mm-hmm.
in political,
Mm-hmm.
and and the people live with each other by peace, not hate each other
Mm-hmm.
because we are different thoughts, because we have a different thoughts or uh, different people. We
Mm-hmm.
have to live with each others by peace,
Mm-hmm.
not hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
because I convince or I admit by my thoughts, and my thoughts is correct 100%, and the
Mm-hmm.
other is are wrong. That
Uh-huh.
may be
Yeah.
yeah, it's very kind of weird when you everyone has a thoughts. It may be, or perhaps it's wrong, or it may be correct, but
Mm-hmm.
not 100%.
Yeah. It's like I think the word you're looking for is more of a tolerance towards tolerance that people would be able to be tolerant of other ways people think.
Yeah.
Tolerance
Or
of
yeah,
other thinking. I'm thinking
I
that's what
don't
you're.
know what the meaning. Let me.
Yeah, a tolerance. To be tolerant is to maybe not accept what the person believes, but maybe not. But no, you don't. Maybe you don't believe, you don't agree with the person, but you will accept the person. You don't agree with the person's ideas, but you still accept the person. And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you are tolerant. It's to be tolerant of other people, and that's one of the biggest wishes I have for my own country is that people would learn to be tolerate other people and to accept people for their differences instead of expecting everybody to think like Americans, that we should learn to think like other people,
yeah,
and so that's one of my wishes as well, and that I wish that more Americans would travel, and I wish more Americans would learn a language because they would change the way they think if they
yeah.
did.
Because I
So
think that US is like, I don't know, but not all of them, but I think that US is not. Yeah. There's no about European, or they know only US
hmm
and don't know an other country. They
yeah.
don't know an European country.
The,
or African or any something else US.
Yeah, it's many. I mean, many people. It's not everybody. Some people are very well read and
Yeah.
very well traveled, but then there are some people that they don't even know about the other part of their state, let alone other states, or they don't know. You know, it's sad. You know,
Yeah.
and there's this one person that worked for me. She was one of the people I supervised in my last job, and she very nice girl, but it's obvious that she has never really been away from this area. And the things that she posts on Facebook, I finally had to unfollow her because they were so naive and ignorant about the U.S. and you know that all Americans should be able to speak English. Well, no, we don't. You don't have to speak English to be an American. Because we do not have a national, we don't have a language. We are a country of immigrants, and so anyway, David.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but in Egypt, you have to learn Arabic is like
to be Egyptian.
Yeah, to be Egyptian, but you have to learn English and other language. To work effectively or to work in any company, and unless you don't use this language in the work, but I don't know why, but you have to learn English because unless this job needs this language.
Yeah. I think that's the way everywhere in the world. I actually wrote a paper about that in graduate school, that everywhere in the world, people are required to learn another language.
Yeah.
In order to enter university, you have to have a certain level of English. But in the States, we don't even have to take a language. And I'm like, really? No, that's not right. So, David, what is your dream for Colombia?
Yes, Holly. Well, there are several dreams that I have for my country because I think I love the people from my country. I would like that. I would like peace for my country. I would like to see new generations of people that are more educated, are more tolerant, comprehensive, and understandable with the others. Yes, don't have prejudice about the color of the skin, of how do you look. I would like that the country would be together, all the people.
United.
Right.
So they would have understanding of others and united. I think we all have the same dreams for our countries.
Yes.
Same dream for the world. Yeah. So it looks like we're out of time, and so I do want to thank you both for coming and participating in the lesson today, and I hope that you both have a great day. So let's see, David, you continue to have a good evening and sleep well. And Ollie, since your first day of your work week has started, you have a great first day back to work. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Holly. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye. See you later.